let's talk about why it's really important to have a brief for a photographer. Let's imagine a situation where somebody books a photographer, they come in and do the shoot, everything goes really well, all the staff seem really happy with the shots, and then the web designer comes to put them on your website and asks where are the landscape orientation versions of these photos. That is a situation that could easily be resolved and prevented by having a brief set up front so that everybody clearly understands what the photos are, what the need is for, which shots to get, and the end result is usable by your company and everybody is happy with what they get. So let's talk about the 4 key elements of a good photography brief. First of all, you need to define the purpose of the photos. What are the photos for? Are they for LinkedIn? Are they for your website? Are they for marketing? What are the purposes of the photos? That's going to help the photographer decide and define exactly how the photo should look, which shots he or she should get. And at the end of the day, when they come in and do the shoot, they're going to be much clearer on exactly what everybody is trying to achieve and what you want. They may be able to also make suggestions about types of photos to get and give you a good image bank of photos that you can use now and in the future and make sure you get best value for your money. The other thing to think about is any brand guidelines or visual identity that you have. So this can mean you could be a very corporate type of company and want a very specific type of look, or you may want to be much more relaxed and friendly, or you may be an architect, so you need a bit of a more visually outstanding kind of look. So think about what are your brand guidelines? Are there any colors? Are there any personality aspects that you want to get across? Anything that's specific to your brand, make sure that the photographer is brief in exactly what the brand guidelines and visual guidelines are for the photos. The other thing we need to think about are the practicalities. So this is easy as saying where the photographer needs to be, what time he needs to be there, does he need to bring ID, what does she need to wear, what are the important things practically that the photographer needs to know, what are the invoice deadlines, and finally you need to think about the usage. What is the usage of the photos? Are they going to be for print? Are they going to be on social media? Are they going to be for web? Usage is important because it will help the photographer decide what formats to shoot in, whether to do portrait or landscape, what resolution to provide the photos in, what file format to provide the photos in. Usage is a really important element. That means the final output will be able to be used on the places that you want to use them, whether that's your website, whether it's on social media, whether that's in print. These are important considerations for the photographer. So those are the 4 key things. There are lots of other stuff. If you need any more information about how to brief a photographer, just let me know, send me a message. And there's also a page on my website which details this in much more detail. So check that out if you need more detail. But if you do need a photographer, make sure you write a brief, make sure you're clear up front about what you want, and just follow those 4 key steps, and those will give you a good outline for what your brief should be for your photographer.